Welcome to the making of Dragon Ball Forever. My name is Antos. I'm one of the guys behind this video. This was actually a video collaboration that I did with Gakatak, another YouTuber who's sort of like the new Jackie Chan of YouTube. He does a lot of really just cool action, and we sort of just decided to do a live action version of Dragon Ball. To shoot this video was actually pretty simple in terms of like the things that we needed. It was just 4 people. It was me, my brother, who always helps me on all my videos, and then Gakatak, and then Geoff Meech, and we actually had Jeff Sinisek on the first part of the video. And then we just took the Canon 7D digital SLR camera, and we had one portable green screen that we used. And that was it. There was really nothing else that we needed. We just went to this location and we shot all the live action elements. Now, some of you guys wanted to know how you do fighting, like the fighting that we did in this video, and really to do the fighting, you actually do need to know how to fight. Both Geoff Meech and then Gakatak, they both constantly train, and that's something that's very vital if you want to do a video like the one that we did. Because you can't really just go and just like if you've never really worked out, or you don't know how to do flips or how to do faults or how to do realistic kicks, then you really shouldn't do it before you practice it, because you can really hurt yourself. As you'll see here, every punch and every kick had to be planned out and practiced and just choreographed for this video, and it's something that you got to do. And even though we did this, still things mistakes can happen, like you'll see here.
I'm gonna do come back to it.
Okay, and action.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let's do it again.
She actually hit you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's alright.
Here you're gonna actually see the guys. You'll see that they're actually punching and kicking for real. Like they're actually making contact, which is something that I wouldn't even attempt to do myself. Because I just haven't practiced it, and it's something I'm sure it's important, because if you don't know where to punch or where to kick, then you could very easily break somebody's bones or ribs and stuff like that. Which actually is something that happened to our actor here in the back, Jeff Sinisek. There was one case where he was running down the hill and he slipped and he broke his rib. Oh shit! Here, going back to this shot here, you can see that they're actually for real punching and kicking each other. Okay, and action! Cut! And now in this take, you'll see that it actually didn't go so smoothly, and one of the guys just made a mistake and punched or kicked in the wrong spot or something. So here, just watch it.
Oh shit!
Jeff? Oh shit. You okay?
Sorry, you said oh shit.
And as you can imagine, it actually did hurt. So it was a while before Jeff managed to get up off the ground there. Now here you're gonna see the same action as in the previous shot, but I just moved the camera closer, and I shot it in slow motion, which is pretty simple to do. I just basically shot it in 60p on the Canon 7D. If you want to learn how to shoot slow motion, and then watch my previous tutorial where I kind of explain that in more detail. Anyways, you'll see in this video that a lot more clearly that they're actually making contact when they're kicking each other. So that's basically how the raw footage or the raw take looks of one of these shots like that, and here's actually the finished version of it. And to get this effect, it's pretty simple if you're using Adobe After Effects or Adobe Premiere. Both of those programs have a function called time remapping. And you can get the exact same effect using the Twixtor, which is a plugin for I believe in Final Cut Pro also, and also for Adobe After Effects and Premiere. So here is our original shot that we did, that we shot in slow motion, and let's just say that I want like this part to go just regular speed, and then up here when Gak jumps up, I want it to be super fast, and then just kind of slow down so we see him actually kicking Meech in the chest, and then afterwards speed up again to fall. So how you would do this in Premiere, for example, is you extend the track that the video is on, and then you click up here which says opacity, and you go to time remapping speed. You enable the function and basically create a keyframe. So let's say all the way up to this point we want it to be just regular speed. So we'll make a key here by clicking on this little icon, and then let's say up here we want this section, this whole the section of the shot, like when he's flying through the air, we want it to be really fast. So we'll go again, create another keyframe, and then we basically go to here. I'll zoom in so you can see more, and we drag this line and we basically adjust the percentage of the speed. So let's say there we want it to be really fast, so I'll move it up. I'll basically just click the left mouse button and just drag it up until I get a number that I like. So let's say there I want it to be, I don't know, 4 times fast as the original shot, so 400%. So you'll see that that little section now it speeds up. Then this whole moment here when he's flying, he's of impact, I want it to be really, really slow. So again, I'll create another keyframe, and I'll drag that section, but now I'll drag it in the opposite direction. So drag it down, and let's say I'll slow it down, but like let's say down to its 10%, or yeah, maybe 10%. And let's say then after this moment you want to speed it up, so just him falling is, happens really, really quickly, all the way up until this point, for example. And then when the camera pans, we'll return to normal speed. So create another keyframe here, and I'll drag this up, speed it up by let's say 300%. And then this section, it's actually, since we shot in slow motion, which is around 2.5 times, then I'm actually gonna also speed it up to basically like around 250%. And the same thing with the beginning, we'll actually also just speed it up to around 250%. So there, and now when you play back, it looks like this. It's normal speed, grabs the tennis ball here, and then the kick, it happens really slowly, and it speeds up and then back to normal speed. Now, as you'll notice, the section here where it goes super slow, it looks very choppy, and the problem is because we're slowing it down so much that there's not enough information there in between frames. So the program just ends up duplicating the frames. If you really want this effect to look good, then you want to take this into After Effects, and actually you probably want to take this into After Effects anyway, since like you'll see in this shot, Geoff is actually holding a tennis ball. It's not a Dragon Ball. So to make the Dragon Ball, we just decided to put like a little lens flare to kind of make it look kind of glowy and magical and that kind of stuff. So the way that you do this is very easy. If you're using Adobe Premiere, just right click up here and choose Replace with After Effects Composition. And if you have After Effects installed, it will basically start up After Effects for you. We'll ask you to save the composition, so I'll just save it right now. Create a name for it. And what's really cool is that all your time remapping that you did in Adobe Premiere, it actually, it's all the same animation basically stays here in After Effects, and you can adjust the keyframes further and that kind of stuff. And now, for example, this section here that was very choppy, what you can do is you can click here, it's just frame blending, and you click it once, it basically does what Premiere does, which is kind of just blends, dissolves the frames together. But if you click it again, it will actually create new frames in between based on the ones that are here. Then you also want to click here, enable frame blending for this comp, and then just go right up here and click Ramp Preview to see your effect. here's how it looks. And there, that was pretty simple. And then, like I said, you can just add a lens flare or something over the tennis ball, or like we did, we also actually ended up cutting out the tennis ball and adding like a overall glow to it, to the shot. So those are all cool little things you can do in After Effects. And then, you know, once you do all your effects, just save the After Effects composition. And what's even cooler is that now when you go back to Premiere, when you scrub this shot, it actually will show you the original, the shot, you know, the way that it looks in After Effects. Now to do these impact lines that you see here, in this shot for example, or here in this one, that's also something you want to do in After Effects. So you know, it's not too hard, I don't think, at least. You create a new layer, solid, and then you just apply a particle effect. There's lots of different particle effects, and for example, there's one free one that comes with After Effects. You go to Simulation and then Particle World. There's Particle Systems too. There's many other ones, and you basically adjust the position. You know, like let's say here we want the particles coming out from his chest. And you can adjust the position, rotation, you know, all of that stuff. But I'm not actually the guy who did all the impact and the lines and all the particles in this video. It was actually Geoff. So I'm sure if you guys go to his channel and just, you know, bug him and ask him to do a tutorial for you guys, he'll do, you know, a really in-depth tutorial and show you, you know, just how he achieved that effect. Now for the teleportation effect that you see throughout this video, like these ones here. We again did in After Effects, and the way that we did it is first we had to shoot basically the actors sort of pretending, you know, like jumping up in the air and pretending that they're just appearing, you know, in the middle of the air. So here's for example how one of the rod takes looks. And then after each shot, I would just have the actors, you know, basically just jump out of frame, so I would get a clean plate of the shot without them. And what that allowed me to do is to basically, you know, use a few frames here at the beginning where they're not in the shot, and then, you know, I would just quickly put them in there, you know, just kind of cut them out in After Effects, just basic rotoscoping, and I would apply a directional blur to the shot, which only lasts for about, you know, 4 to 5 frames. And then when you play it back, it looks like he's actually appearing in the shot. And the same thing when he jumps up into the air, and then I basically fade to the version, you know, where he's not in the shot, and I apply a little directional blur, and, you know, you can see here I cut him out, his legs, his stomach, that kind of stuff. Now I do want to just stress again the fact that if you're gonna try to do a video like the one that we did, you know, make sure that you've practiced, you know, your kung fu, karate, whatever it is, you know, see your stunt moves, and you don't just go out there and think you can just wing it. It's not something that's easy to do, and you can very easily hurt yourself. So, you know, just be careful when you're filming it. But if you do want to do it, you can see that you don't really need any special equipment or anything like that. It's just, you know, basic things, and then, you know, After Effects or Adobe Premiere, and you can do a video like that on your own. And action! And action!
Oh fuck.
You okay?
Yeah. Oh, I winded myself. Bang.
I want to give a big shout out to Jeff Senesak. Subscribe. Oh no, actually, you
Don't subscribe to shit, bitch.
Because you don't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. I feel so dizzy.
That was low, man. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, you know, rate, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.